وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
The bar is set so high, and my friend, my brother, you have snatched all my words. How humbling you are, mashallah. I envy you. You've been to Gaza 3 times. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Where do I start? So, alhamdulillah, for the past 5 to 6 years, Allah has blessed me. I've been across the whole Sham region, right from Lebanon, Syria, northern Syria, and Allah blessed me to go to Gaza in the holy month, in the holy land, for the holy cause, alhamdulillah. So my experience going through Syria and through Gaza, I've been through 40 checkpoints. My soul has been searched. Luggage has been, checked to reach Gaza. So combined Syria, going to northern Syria and coming back into Gaza, I have been, almost through 44 checkpoints altogether. My experience has been not as recent as our brother here. I was there in Ramadan where it was like on a tip-off. So when I entered Gaza, most of you have been in the charity work, you can actually smell and feel the disaster. When you walk in, I've seen, it was Ramadan, time of iftar, I've seen like so many children just trying to get their hands on whatever they could get at the time. I could hear gunshot immediately the moment I entered Gaza. There were like gunshots, bombings, and alhamdulillah, on the day I entered, for the first time the ceasefire was declared, and I said alhamdulillah, so now I can sort of openly go out and I can do my work for which I have come across. But unfortunately, when the ceasefire was declared, we went to our hospital accommodation safe and sound. The bombing intensity increased from that night to an extent that every bomb that was going, the windows of the hospital and the accommodation were like literally shaking. And once the bombing stops, we were in European Gaza hospital. It is very close to Khan Yunus, and you could actually hear, it's about a kilometer, a mile or 2 miles from European Gaza, and you could actually hear, after the bombing, cries of children, women, men, and then there is a lag. If the sound of the bomb, it's a high velocity bomb, then you don't get any casualties. They all are martyred. It's only the low intensity bomb where it is meant to crush the individuals. They target specific families, and the whole family comes, and they come in. The ambulances are targeted, so the ambulances stopped going to areas where they could scoop and get the patients to the hospital. So any makeshift trucks, whatever they could get, they get the patients and they just dump in front of the emergency department. Just to give you an intensity of the mass casualty, I work in Birmingham, Queen Elizabeth as an orthopedic consultant, and I do major trauma shifts. So unfortunately, we had stabbings in Birmingham where we had 8 stabbings. In Birmingham, in UK, it was an extent where we were running out of resources. We said, gosh, what do we do next? We're running out of blood. Theatre capacity, manpower, we were lacking that. And this is a university hospital, full-blown tertiary center. Just imagine a hospital. Unfortunately, the Shifa massacre was happening when I was in European Gaza. They are under-resourced. Pre-genocide, October 7th, they were choked and they were already under sanctions, and they had little things, they could not, they were just merely surviving. And then after this genocide started, they are choked of whatever the resources they had. Whatever the trickling, aid that was getting through the Rafah was not sufficient enough. And hardly there was any meat, no meat at all at that time. And just to give an idea about the cost, one egg cost at that time was $3, and the cost of chicken, one chicken, was about $40. How can anybody afford it? There were no fresh vegetables. Everything was tinned and canned. So I just want to share the experience. So in Ramadan, we took all canned food. I was eating that canned food for 15 days. After 5 days, I stopped eating. I said, I can't eat this. These people have been surviving on this. So just imagine, I lost about 12 kgs of weight. Yeah? Just imagine the amount of struggle, everyday struggle they are undergoing. No clean water. The moment you open the tap water in the hospital, you smell and you taste sewage water. This is in the hospital where we are supposed to have clean water. So coming to the hospitals, the intensity I was telling about the mass casualty, it's overwhelming. You know, you don't know who to sort of pick up and who to save. There was one A&E doctor and other foreign doctors who were coming and helping in the European Gaza. This one doctor, he was in tears as he started getting calls from the IDF to vacate the EGH. They said his family would be targeted, his children will be killed, and this guy was restless. You know, as you said, like, these are humans. These are humans. They are not like superhumans. Yeah, they are humans. They have emotions. You know, just imagine like you having your family. You know, they have their family as well. They need to save their family. What does he do though? He chooses to stay and work, continue working as much as he can. Yeah, they are tired. They were really tired. So I've seen two spectrums of people. Like, you know, people have seen miracles. Alhamdulillah. It restored my faith as well. To be honest, you know, when I went into Gaza, I thought I am the privileged, coming from UK and trained in orthopedics, and I'm privileged, alhamdulillah, to go to Gaza and help these people. Please hang on to this thought. Yeah. I'll tell you stories. I'll tell you a story of a theater technician. He is an X-ray operator. When we operate, we need constant X-rays. So we were operating like pretty much 24/7. We were just breaking for sahur, and then we sleep for some time. Back 10 o'clock, we started operating, alhamdulillah. So I was in this mode, saying like, okay, everybody should be working. A bit naive of me that I was not thinking of what these other persons are going through. Okay. This X-ray technician, please listen, yeah. He disappeared and I needed him for a surgery which I was planning. He disappeared for 2-3 hours, and I was like, oh gosh, man, what are these people? I've come all the way from UK, I've spent my money, my time, my blah blah blah, etc. And this guy just disappears. We had to stop the surgery. This guy comes after 2 hours and I operated. And one of the scrub nurse tells me that his name was Muhammad. Yeah? Everybody is Muhammad there. Yeah? His name was Muhammad. Yeah? He buried his family, and after 2 hours he comes and he is assisting me in the surgery. Please understand what these people are working through. They are not getting paid. There is no system. There is no government, no salary. All the staff, volunteers in the hospital are not paid. This person buried his family. 2 hours later, he is coming and assisting me in the theater. Another scrub nurse who was working with me constant. I just went there, always make my teams, pick the winners and make my team. I was working with Mahmoud. When we went in, we had some scrubs and some we didn't have like proper surgical drapes, so we were just converting the gowns into scrubs. The patients did not have all the hospital bed sheets and everything were used up to make makeshift tents within the hospital. The hospital has a capacity of 200. There were 30,000 people living within that hospital campus. Yeah. There are no patients. So when the patient comes in for surgery, for operations, or when they're waking up from anesthesia and all those things, they have, chills and rigors, they feel shivers, they're cold. Yeah? There are no clothes on them. Mahmoud, there is nobody, no audit, nothing. Nobody is watching him. Allah is watching him. He knows that. His fate. He takes care of these patients as if, he's accountable to someone. And he's been working relentlessly. If there are like 25 hours in a day, these people work. And they're not working to please anybody or show off to anyone. Yeah? They tell me I said, we are here to help you, take rest. No, you are our guest. We can't leave you alone. I said to the surgeons, we are here to sort of relieve you. Go and have some rest. They said, no, you are our guest. Yeah? So, as a survival, I'm from India, so I took some ghee and some rice with me, and I said, I'll survive whatever. If I don't get anything, I'll eat this rice, ghee, So, I just gifted a bottle of ghee to one of my orthopedic colleagues. He's a head of EGH. He was happy as if I have given a candy to a small child. Even pre-sort of genocide, this was not available. This is a luxury. Thanks for bringing this. And what does this guy do? He bakes a cake in the middle of the war using that ghee, and he gets it and gives it to us. Yeah? And he says, no, this is our hospitality. Unfortunately, during this time from Ramadan till now, his house was bombed. I went to his house. Yeah? MashaAllah, he was helping all his neighbors and everyone. He's a doctor. His house bombed to rubble. He sent me the pictures. And he says, Alhamdulillah, my house is bombed, but we all are safe. What are these people? Yeah? In Ramadan, I was trying to organize iftar for the staff, whatever you could find during that period. So I found one nurse who could actually cook nice. I said, okay, let's just make all the food for this, staff. So we decided one day, I said, okay, this is the money, go and get some stuff. They said, no, give it to me on the day I come back. So we decided Thursday. He said, give it to me on Thursday morning. I said, take the money, it's easy, just you can buy and stuff. He says, I live outside. Yeah, I live outside. I don't know if I'll come back on Thursday. And this is Amana. These are real incidences which happened with me. While I was there, they were bombing of Islamic University and Al-Azhar, all the medical universities. So there were a lot of medical students who were working beyond their pay grade. They were far better than any trained registrar in any part of the world, and they were working relentlessly. They were all worried. Their education stopped, like somebody is in first year, somebody is in final year. So Alhamdulillah, after coming back from Gaza, with Allah's blessing, Alhamdulillah, we managed to knock the doors of various countries, South Africa, Pakistan, and we managed to open the doors for these medical students to complete the education, both medical and dental, to continue and finish their education with a view so that they could go back. There were 2,500 medical students before this genocide started. While I was there, only 1,700 were traceable, rest of them are shaheed, out of which 350 are outside Gaza. And from Ramadan till now, every alternate day I hear about the medical students who are working alongside me have been, a martyr, in a bombing or sniper shooting or something like that. So now there are, reduced number of medical students. So it is very, very imperative that we restore the health of a country by training them, by getting them back into the system. So Alhamdulillah, we have got about 300 medical students from Gaza going to Pakistan, going to South Africa. And inshallah, we are supporting them through this journey, providing them whatever best we can. This is the amana they deserve. I can understand, like, if there is nothing left in Gaza, not many people will go back. But even if half of them go back, this is a very good source of sadqa jariyah in which you can contribute. Not many of you can go to Gaza. Yeah, Gaza is coming to you. So if you want to help rebuild the health of the Gaza, help these medical students complete their education. It's a very powerful tool. Once they are empowered, where they go back, they'll be able to help thousands and thousands of people. They are desperate. The need is, the genocide needs to stop now. Unfortunately, it is expanding beyond borders. We were supposed to go to Lebanon. We had to cancel that trip as well, unfortunately. But this is the time you can help them, these medical students. I'm again telling, you all wanted to help the, people of Gaza, people of Palestine. The way you can help, the Gaza is coming to you. Be a part of this. It's a good sadqa jariyah, very sort of noble cause. It sounds very dull, right? Working in Syria, Lebanon, Gaza, the old Sham, one thing is common. In northern Syria, there are like 600,000 widows and orphan children. They are like orphans, injured orphans in Gaza. Lebanon is similar. Everybody living in tents, in a desperate situation, just waiting for food parcels, no empowerment. The whole ummah in this region has been pushed back years and years. I don't know how many years. Just go into northern Syria, it is another like a landlocked mini Gaza. It's a jail where people can't come out. Difficult for people to go in. It's a blessing that they have got a good neighbor in a way. So the whole region, is quite volatile, and we have seen the sequelae of post-war in these regions in Lebanon. So it's a time where we need to be proactive rather than reactive. Yeah, it's good to support all these things, but it's a very good project where you can come forward and support as well. All right, I'll not take much of your time. I'll just finish off by saying it's disheartening to see what is happening, but just believe, the faith what we have got is stronger than this. Just ask yourself, is the creator stronger or the creation stronger? The creator is far, 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 far stronger than the creation. The creation cannot harm if we connect with our creator. Let's do that, inshallah. Jazakallah khair for listening to me.